Today we're gonna be doing tier lists of One Piece arcs. All of the arcs, all of them. We're gonna rank them, rate them, whatever, review, all that. And it kind of, I've been wanting to do this, right? But also, since I've been not rereading, because that's the first time I've actually read it. But since I'm reading it now, because I consumed One Piece like 3, 4, 5 times already. Consumed it. I'm reading it now. And it's kind of like, it kind of makes me appreciate certain arcs, like, and I'll get into that, because Syrup Village, it might have to move up. I think I rated like Syrup Village like a 4 out of 10 or something, bro, in the past. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did not like Usopp at all. I did not like Usopp at all. But I kind of like him now. I kind of like him now. I kind of mess with him now. A little bit. But yeah, look, we gonna get into that, alright? But yeah, that's what we doing. Hope y'all enjoy this video, man. Hey, and I see the subscribers. We close. We getting close to 500. We getting close to 500, bro. It's right there. Remember, I remember what I said. It's on camera. I'm telling you. Alright, but yeah. Subscribe if you seeing this, you haven't subscribed yet, just go ahead and do that. Get out the way, like, just do it, bro. Just do it. Like, just, I don't know why you watching this and you ain't subscribed. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, let's get into the video. I hope y'all enjoy it. Peak. Damn near 10 out of 10. I was thinking about this, right? I was thinking, like, are there any arcs in One Piece that are legitimately 10 out of 10 with no problems, right? And even the ones that I'm going to probably put in peak, they have some issues, obviously. I think there's nothing that is absolutely just the best of the best. I still got a tier, you know, peak. Look, we'll get to it when we get to that, all right? Great is like, it was a great arc. Like, it was great. But it wasn't peak. There might be something that stops it from being peak, but it wasn't peak, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't peak, you know what I'm saying? And then we got mid. Mid is not bad. I keep explaining this to people, like, in right now, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, they misuse the word mid. Like, people misuse the word mid so much. Mid does not mean something is bad, bro. Mid just means exactly that. Middle, like middle of the park. It's like average. It's like, it's not horrible, but it's not great. And then we got Fishman Islands here, which is bad. It's bad. It's bad. And it's probably not, we'll get into that. There's probably not a lot that's gonna go in there. Maybe not even Fishman Island. Whoa, right? Alright. So look. Design, bro. Romance done, bro. How we feel about, oh yeah, and also in the comment section, I want to know y'all opinions, bro, like where I put stuff. I want to know if y'all think it's wrong. Don't be afraid to call me out. Don't be afraid to be like, no, Joe, you're wrong, your opinion is so ass. Like, don't be afraid to do that, bro, because like I welcome that. I love to hear what y'all think about these arcs. I just love talking One Piece, bro. I don't care in what form or fashion. If it's hate, I don't care. It's just One Piece. Because One Piece is the greatest piece of fiction ever. Alright. Well, oh yeah, Romance Dawn, alright? So Romance Dawn, right? How we kind of gonna do this. I'm like, this is all off the dome. I've rewatched the series like a million times. But these first 3 I have just reread. Because I'm at Baratie now. So this is kind of fresh on my brain right now. Romance Dawn. So we get the Zoro introduction, Luffy introduction, Shanks, his inspiration, why he wants to become a pirate. We get a lot of that, and I really appreciate. As I'm reading it, it really does make me appreciate Luffy as like his child and his ambitions, and like Shanks's crew a lot more. And like we get the amazing scene. with the dude that point the gun at Shanks. And Shanks was like, you point your gun at me, he's ready. He's like, that's crazy. And that dude just got blackout right in the head, dog. Blackout. That was, bro, I remember watching for the first time. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, this is what we doing. And an interesting thing about like how the manga starts and how the anime starts is like, I think the anime, if I'm not mistaken, it starts off with a completely filler scene. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's like, that is complete filler. Complete filler. That's not even in the manga, dog. It's just to set up Nami, I guess. But it starts off with Luffy like coming out of the barrel. There's a lot of differences. And I like the way the manga starts, bro. I like the way that the manga starts like right off rip with Luffy's backstory, with like his ambition, and then we go from that to seeing Luffy's journey, and I like that. As far as Romance Dawn, it's really just like, don't get mad where I place this, bro. It's mid. Like it's mid. It's not the great. There's some good ass scenes now. Don't get me wrong. The scene where Zoro and Zoro and Luffy do a combined attack, that was hard. That was gas. When like Helmeppo has Kobe held at gunpoint, and then Luffy's like winding up an attack, and then like Axe-Hand Morgan is right behind Luffy, and like Luffy just doesn't even flinch. Like, he knows he's behind him, but he just has that much trust in Zoro to like take him out while he takes out Helmeppo. That was fire. That was gas. That was gas. So many other good scenes. Like, obviously we get the onigiri, the rice ball with Zoro, and he's just like, just put it in my mouth, bro. Pause. But he's just like, just put it in my mouth, bro. And like, I don't care if it's dirty. Like, that was hard. That was hard too. Yeah, like, there's some fire introductions to characters. I'm gonna put it in mid because like, it is, at the end of the day, it is just a mid. It is like your stereotypical, just like average arc. It's humble beginnings. Come on, like, it's not Greater Peak, bro. It's not Fishman Island either. So look, Orange Town. Okay, Buggy's arc. How do we feel? How do we feel about Buggy's arc, bro? Before I read this, I would have told you straight up to your face that this was bad. That I would have told you straight up to your face that this was probably worse than Fishman Island tier. But upon reading Orange Town, it's still mid, but I haven't it's like at the bottom of mid, and I am doing the thing where like top of this tier, top bottom. I hate when niggas don't do that because I feel like there can be things in the same tier that are not exactly. But Orange Town is gonna be at the bottom of mid tier. It's gonna be at the bottom of mid tier. We get a lot of things in here. Nami's introduction, finally, like proper introduction to Nami. Why, like, we obviously don't get exactly why she's like so not into pirates, but we get a lot of good scenes. We get the scene that's gonna matter even more in Arlong Park, where like Luffy's like, don't touch my hat. We get like a lot of precious moments between Luffy like in his hat and like what it symbolizes. We get the Shanks and Buggy flashback. Again, this is all off the dome, bro. All off the dome. No script. We get the Shanks and Buggy flashback. We get Buggy's crew. Now Buggy, look, I kind of was ragging on Buggy's crew at first, but like Buggy's crew is still cooler. I think actually, but okay, let me not jump ahead because I was gonna say something about Sur Village, which is coming up next. Let's just stick on Orange Town. The dog scene, incredible, sad, and I actually think the anime does this better than the manga. Actually, I think it is way more emotional in the anime. Obviously, like, the anime it gets to like play music, it gets to like do so many things, it gets to like drag on certain things. And I think in the anime it really like hones in exactly how like you should be feeling about this dog. Like, and it really like hones in. I feel like in the manga it kind of zooms past it a little bit. Like it kind of just like it's kind of a little harder to like be like, oh, like about this dog. But I remember being sad as hell in the anime about the dog, bro. Great scene there, like some good. I'm trying to remember like the Zoro Kabaji fight. It was cool, I guess. Luffy and Buggy was entertaining. It was still entertaining in the manga. It was entertaining in the anime, but I feel like in the manga it was funny. It was cool. What else we get here? I think it's gonna stay in the bottom of mid tier, bro. It's gonna be in that bottom area of mid tier, unless something comes up. unless I'm forgetting something. It's gonna be a bottom. Sir Village. Upon reading Sir Village, this is another arc, because I ragged on a lot of these arcs. These two arcs are probably the most ragged on arcs in the community. People say, oh, it's so slow, like blah blah. And Sir Village is like, I think widely known as probably like one of the worst arcs like in One Piece. I think most people don't like Sir Village. It's like between that and like Fishman and like, but obviously in the earlier stages of arcs, Sir Village is definitely like on the bottom of people's lists. But I think upon reading it, it goes right. Sir Village might be at the top of mid tier. I said it, bro. It's at the top of mid tier. Look at these arcs battling for mid, bro. It's like crazy. But look, I think it's at the top of mid tier, bro. I don't know. Upon reading it now, we also get the Mary, dog. Like I just feel like we get the Mary. I feel like just based off of it. Can my camera focus? Damn. I feel like based off of that, bro, that already puts it like top of whatever tier it's in. But then I think I like the Kuro, because when I was watching anime, bro, and I was watching Sir Village, I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention to Kuro's like crew. I was not paying attention to these dudes. I thought these dudes were corny. I thought these dudes were not the greatest. I thought it was a snooze fest, dog. I did not like Usopp. I thought Usopp was just annoying. I was like, can this nigga die or something? Can this dude die? Like, something. I was like, yeah, nah, dog. And like, nah, dog. I was not feeling it. The whole like Kaya shit, I was not feeling it. See, my camera is tweaking, dog. Y'all see that? The Kaya stuff, I was not feeling it. It was just so much I was not feeling. And now, like, upon like reading it, it's solid. It's solid. I thought it was ass. But it's solid, dog. It's solid. I mean, you get, obviously I mentioned the Mary, but you also get in this arc like you get more character. I feel like this is like Orange Town. They were kind of just like, it was like chaos mode. In this, we kind of see them work as a crew, like for the first time. Like it's like their first like crew like interaction, damn near. Like, you know, we got some teamwork in this type shit. We got like Nami's actually kind of like we see like they're that for the first time, like with Nami rushing. Good example, right? Because I'm struggling to get out my words. Nami rushes over to like Luffy, and I hate it. I mean, we could get into what I hate about the arc, but like I feel like, you know, but not, Luffy like picks up the little thing after being hypnotized to be stronger or whatever. He picks up the thing of the ship, and he like, you know, tries to swing it, but then it falls on him or whatever. He goes to sleep because he sleeps. He puts him to sleep, and that's just a way to like take Luffy out of commission or whatever, just to like prolong the arc, whatever. You know how Oda gets down. But then you have like Nami's like, wake up, like, you know, like her just like having trust in like, or faith in like Luffy's strength. That's kind of the first time we kind of see that camaraderie between them. And I think this is kind of the first time we see like Nami start to like them. I feel like this kind of like, cause like obviously in Orange Town there's still doubt. Even when like Luffy was showing like that he was like way different than niggas, she still had doubt just because he was a pirate. He's a pirate. And like we see in Orange Town where after the dog shit happened, right, and the whatchamacallit blew up, and Nami was mad as fuck, and she's like, Luffy comes up there and she's like, oh, so see, this is what you do. She's like, I should just kill you right now, and they have to hold her back, and she's like spazzing out because like she just like so tormented by pirates. And then we see Luffy go over to the dog, and he's like, gives him the dog food, and he's like, this is all I can save. And he has a little heartfelt moment and speech with him. And that's fire. And then Nami's like, oh shit. Like, but then in this, we see, like, I think there's even dialogue where Nami literally says, like, I think she literally has said in the arc, like, oh, he's just so kind-hearted. Like, why can't you just, like, you know, be like an asshole or something. Why can't you just like leave this alone or some shit? Like, she's acknowledging that Luffy is different. This is like the arc. She's really acknowledging that Luffy is different. Like, she really realizes that, okay, these dudes are different. And yeah, Sir Village, bro, it's gonna be a top and mid tier. I'm liking it. I like it a lot more now that I've read it. I like it a lot more, way more. Top and mid tier. These are probably the only 3 in mid right now for a good while. Okay, Baratier. This is tough. This is tough. Do I want to be biased? Do I want to be biased? Do I want to be biased? Or do I want to like, cause is this a safe space? Because you know what? This my video. Y'all go make a fucking video. How about that? This my video. This my video. I make the rules. Baratier is peak. Let me say it again. Baratier is peak. It's peak. It's not great. It's not good. It's not aight. It's peak, dog. It's peak. Listen to me. Listen before y'all get mad. Listen to me, alright? Listen. Alright? So, y'all gotta understand, dog. This gives you everything you could want in a One Piece arc, dog. This Baratier gives you everything you could ever want in a One Piece arc, dog. It's short and sweet. It's short and sweet. It's not that long at all. That's one, because niggas be complaining about arcs being too damn long. It's short and sweet. Gets to the point. It gets right into the action. Quick as fuck. Like, quick as fuck. As soon as we arrive to that bitch, you got Nami pressing a damn customer immediately off rip. Nigga got him lifted up by his fucking face. Like, bloodied as fuck, right? The full body shit. And then, dog, what's going on with my camera, dog? it keep unfocusing. And then you got, bro, maybe it's the hand movements. It's probably the hand movements. And then you got, right after that, damn near almost immediately, dog, you have Gin. Like, Gin comes running in. You know, you had the Sanji shit, the Luffy stuff with like him talking to Sanji. That's peak. Him telling him like, oh, you want to be my cook. But that was also during the Gin stuff, so I'm gonna get to that. But Luffy like having to work there or whatever for 2 years, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that, blah blah blah. Like, all of that's cool with this. We get like the interaction, the character development with Sanji, and we start like you know, starting to see like how like Sanji, this is a very interesting new character that we're seeing here. And immediately off rip with a lot of these One Piece arcs, you automatically know who's gonna be the next Straw Hat. Like, when I was watching for the first time and I saw Sanji, I was like, okay, that's gonna be our cook. Like, that's our cook. Like, before we even got there, like, they're making the flag or whatever, and they're like, oh, we need a cook. And then we come here and then we see, oh, I know a cook. Like, the bounty hunter dudes, like, oh, I know somebody. They at the, what you call it. And I think they were probably talking about Zeph. I don't know. They might have been talking about Zeph. Yeah, they had to have been talking about Zeph. But we get there, you talk about Sanji, whatever. Almost immediately we get right off rip with Gin coming in. He's like, feed me, whatever, about all that shit. All that shit happens. And then Sanji, we see his character. We see that he's like, nah, I gotta feed him. Like, man, like, that's just like, look, bro, I'm just a cook. That's what I do. I gotta feed, you know, a hungry person. And like, we just like see just how like he don't care if like they're just like, we just immediately off rip see character development. Especially with like, and we see Luffy taking a liking to him, like almost off rip, like just after seeing that. And I love the way Luffy just be knowing who's his like next crewmate, bro. He just know, cause like he sees certain characteristics in people, and like Luffy really is a people person, bro. He sees certain characteristics in niggas, and he's like, yep, that's my guy right there. Like, I like that out of you. Like, he saw Sanji do that, he's like, you're my cook, bro. Like, but yeah, we get to the Gin shit. Gin goes back to talk to Don Krieg. He's like, hey, these niggas, they feeding niggas over there. They feeding niggas like, hey, I can go get you fed. Just make sure you don't hurt nobody. Obviously, Don Krieg do not follow those rules. He does not do that. He lies. Gets there, they get fed. You know, Boom, 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 pow. They feed all the niggas because Sub-Zero is like, alright, here y'all go. Leave. Obviously, that don't work. They go out and they come back, and guess who the fuck it is, nigga? We get Mihawk. Nigga, what? So immediately more of the grand line is being told, more of the grand line, like the dangers, because in this arc they're talking more about the grand line. Gin is talking to Luffy because he's like, I'm going to the grand line and become the king of the pirates. Gin's like, oh nah, nigga, you probably shouldn't do that. You don't want to die, nigga, you too young. Do not do that, bro. I just know there's a lot of niggas out there. We getting so much lore, finally. We getting lots of lore about this grand line that we've like just been hearsay about. Hearsay, this dangerous place. Pirates Graveyard or whatever. And we see the level of power in this arc. We see just how far just the gap in power that the Straw Hats are and the niggas that are apparently in the grand line. Cause Mihawk pulls up, the nigga, he got a cross on his fucking ship, legs crossed, like do not give a fuck. He slices this nigga's ship in half. We're like, whoa. And Zoro's tweaking and sweating out. He's like, Mihawk, that's him. That's the world's greatest son. We see him. We get the Zoro Mihawk fight. Fire. We get the most we get the most fireest line of all time, dog. Of like Zoro putting his shit to his sword to the sky. It's like, I promise to never lose again. Yeah, king of the pirates. It's like Luffy's like, yeah. All right. And like, oh my god, dog. And then niggas sleep on the Don Krieg Luffy fight. But let me tell y'all something. The Don Krieg Luffy fight is so important for Sanji's development, because a lot of niggas sleep on the whole Sanji shit. Sanji was feeling like he needed to, bro, y'all don't understand how peak this arc is. Sanji was feeling like he needed to stay there because he felt like he owed it to him, like he owed him his life, he owed like it to Chef Zeph. He felt like he needed to stay, he felt stuck. But obviously Sanji wants to go out. He wants to venture out. He has ambitions and dreams of his own. He wants to find the All Blue. He has things he wants to do, but he feels he feels indebted to him. So in turn, he's stuck there. So and he felt like it was just like, that's just the way it is. Like, that's just the way it is, whatever. Just like, y'all just give up on my dreams, whatever. And to see a nigga like Luffy, right, go against the odds, the true embodiment of freedom, dog, the true embodiment of fucking freedom, fighting against something that everyone's just like, this is just impossible, there's no way we could beat him, like this dude is just an immovable force, like just give up. Like there's so many moments in the fight where Luffy is fighting Don Krieg and Sanji's just like sitting there just being like, man, I don't even know why he keeps getting back up. Like, why is he doing this? Like, blah, blah, blah. And Chef Zeph is trying to like teach him, look, bro, this is what like being a pirate is. Like, this is like you putting your life on the line and you fighting. Like, it's just like, that's how it is, nigga. And he's telling Sanji, and he's preaching to him the entire time. He's like, I think he straight up tells Sanji, look, watch this. You need to watch this. Watch Luffy fight Don Krieg. Watch this. You need to see this. Sanji needed Luffy to show up that day, bro. Sanji needed him to show up for him to get that push to see someone like that. Luffy was what he needed. He is true freedom, and he is what Sanji is want. Like, he is what Sanji should like want to like do, like what to be or whatever. That is so peak. Niggas don't talk about that enough, bro. That whole interaction between Luffy fighting Don Krieg and Sanji and Zeref having their discussions and talks and shit. And like, when Luffy finally defeats Don Krieg, it is so, bro, to see how fast Sanji jumps in the water after Luffy, like after he like he falls into the water and he can't swim or whatever. To see him just immediately take his shoes off and just jump after him, like, that was so wholesome, bro. It was just wholesome, bro. And don't even get me started. We get like the partial Sanji backstory, because obviously it's not the full backstory as we know. Anybody who's watched the show. We get the partial backstory. And don't even get me started on the farewell. The Sanji farewell brought tears to my eyes. Tears to my eyes, dog. Like, them pretending like they don't give a fuck, he can leave, whatever. Like, we don't care about him, like making up fake stories or whatever. And then he finally like leaves. He's walking past everybody. And Chef Zeph just like steps out on the balcony. And he's like, don't get your feet wet or whatever he says to Sanji. It's like, hey Sanji, don't get your feet wet or something. And for Sanji to break down into fucking tears, dog. Tears with his head on the ground, like just like Sebs, I appreciate everything you've done for me. Like, it was crazy, dog. I was like, that was the first time in the series as I was watching, I was like, this is peak. And I know I just talked for like 15-20 minutes about Barate, but it's peak. It's peak, dog. And y'all gonna think I don't like the next arc. By the way, I'm probably not gonna talk much about it. But it's peak. And at the end of this, we get obviously the Nami shit. We get more about Nami. And like, she like, you know, she went off with the ship. They're like, what the fuck going on? She just took the ship and left. We like, what's going on? I think they send Zoro first or something, or somebody first after, you know, like a ship, and somebody like comes after like later. I think it's Luffy and Sanji that come later. I don't know. But yeah, peak, bro. It's peak. And I will argue with anyone on planet Earth that Barate is peak, dog. It's peak, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's peak, dog. Arlong Park. You know, this is tough. I know a lot of you are gonna be like, what are you doing? Just put it in peak, bro. It's peak. It's like peak. It's peak, 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 peak. Arlong Park isn't peak to me. I know. Wait, look. Arlong Park is great, bro. Look, it's great. It's great, dog. It's great, dog. Because look, man, I think peak is like no blemishes. Arlong Park to me has some blemishes. I hope to God there's somebody in the comment section that might agree with me. Look, Arlong Park is amazing. It is amazing. It's a great art. It's probably it's what gets a lot of people into One Piece. I know you've heard, oh, just get to Arlong Park. Once you get to Arlong Park, if you'll know if you like One Piece by then. Arlong Park, fantastic. It's like the first time we really see like the formula of what, like, you know, we kind of see with Don Creed, but it's kind of a little different. It's kind of like later a little differently. But it's like the first time we see like the formula of what Oda will be doing with the arcs. They get there, you know. We had some great moments. We got the Zoro moment of him soloing all the fishmen that were like at that little place, and he's just sitting in the chair just like chilling. That was fire. We got the moment between him and Nami with like him like calling her bluff or whatever. That was fire. We get the moment between Usopp where she fake kills Usopp or whatever. That's hard. We kind of like see what like Nami's been through there. Incredible. We see all of that. The peak moments that everybody would be like, oh, it's just peak because of this. It's like, obviously, you know, Luffy putting the hat on Nami. Like, that's gas, obviously. Luffy puts the hat on, and that was gas as fuck, because obviously, like, you know, he's like, oh, you know, we see the importance of that, what that hat means to him, and they even give the little flashback as he does it, so it's obvious. And like Nami's like, oh shit, like this means so much to you, for you to put this on my head like in this moment, crazy. And then him after that saying like, of course I will, and like they just rocking the ash. We get that badass walk scene all the way up there, and knock down the door. Which one of you is Arlong? Hard as fuck. That was hard. And you would think about me, because what I'm about to explain about this arc, you would think that I'll put this in peak, because this was the arc where I really fell in love with One Piece. So it don't make any sense, right? It don't make any sense. I fell in love with One Piece. And the moment that I fell in love with One Piece was when Luffy's destroying the chart map, the map room where Nami was forced to draw the maps. And Nami's outside and she realizes what Luffy's doing, and she puts her hand and she starts crying. Crazy, dog. That's what I was like, this shit One Piece is crazy. I was like, nah, this is one of the greatest shows ever. It's like, I don't care. I need to tell everybody and their mom about this shit. The only reason I don't put it in peak is because I do feel like it drags. And look, this is gonna be a running theme in this video. It drags a bit, bro. And we're talking about the anime. I haven't read it yet. And I wanted to say, as I read, I will update this. So once I finish reading One Piece, like once I get once I get up to where we are at in like One Piece and reading, I will come back and I will update this and tell y'all why, okay? But strictly anime enjoyment, there were parts of this arc that I was bored as fuck. Like I was like, the Usopp running from the fishman dude, I was like, okay, cool. There was a part where Luffy is like underwater. Oh, whoa. Cancel. Okay. Wait, did that pause? What's going on? Okay, I thought I fucked my shit up. Okay, Luffy was underwater and like they have his mouth or whatever stretched or whatever the fuck, bro. His head stretched. And like he got like, that was when he was fighting all along, and they dragged the fuck out of that. I felt like there was parts of like when they were in the building that they dragged a little bit. Everything leading up to the Arlong part, like everything leading up to the Arlong fight, the actual fight right before the fight and then the fight was dragged to all hell, dog. And look, y'all gonna disagree. That's fine. It was dragging. Like I was like, bro, come on. And that's the only reason it's not peak for me, because I feel like Baratie did not drag. It did not drag. It got to the point. It got quick. And there are some arcs that do drag that are going to be higher than this. So I don't want y'all to use that against me. There are going to be some arcs that drag like hell. And you're going to be like, why is that overall apart? But they have more peak in it for it to be considered peak. We'll get to that. But yeah, all on part, great. There's like, come on. It's great. It's just not peak to me. This is my video. Damn. Some of these we're gonna kind of breeze past because I have been talking a lot. So just the ones that like there's not much to say. I'm not gonna like breeze past something crazy like you know. Log Town. This was cute. This was nice. It was short as hell. I think it's above Romance Dawn and mid tier. No. What the fuck? No. Log Town is the top of mid tier. All right. It's a short. Damn. Wait. When I move forward, I think that's when it goes out of focus. It's the top of mid tier because it's obvious. It's a short arc. There's not a lot of substance there. I mean, there is a lot of substance there, but it is very short. The moment where Luffy goes into the bar Luffy moment, the Luffy bar scene. Excuse me. Fire. With the Roger stuff, fire. You have the moment with like Buggy showing up, which was like, yeah, whatever. And like the execution thing was cool. You obviously have, you know, the mysterious individual that shows up, who obviously now we know is Dragon. Yeah, that person that shows up saves Luffy. Luffy's first like challenge, like Luffy's first opponent where he literally cannot defeat them in a Smoker. Like he literally had to be saved. Like he could not defeat because he doesn't have hockey, so he couldn't touch Smoker at all. Like Smoker was just dog walking him. Just dog walk. If Dragon didn't save his son's ass, his son was cooked. His son was done. Impelled down, buddy. Probably the first tier or whatever. But yeah, Low Town's cool. And then we get the moment with everybody shouting out their ambitions, like, and then go to the Grand Line. That was fire. But yeah, top of mid tier. You know, some people might think I should put this in great, but like, fuck you guys, right? So Reverse Mountain. I'm trying to think, cause like Reverse Mountain, what we get in Reverse Mountain? We got Laboon. And that's really it. That's really it. Is there ill? I mean, we get the doctor. We now know he was a doctor on Roger's ship, Dr. Crocus. But like we get Laboon, which like we get a payoff later with like Brooke, but like that's really it, you know. I'm gonna have to put this. This is mid. I'm gonna have to, yeah, this gonna have to go in mid as well. Is it better than Serve? I don't think Reverse Mountain's better than Serve Village, dog. Yeah, is it better than Romance? Yeah, it's because Romance Down just kind of introductory. And I might like Orange Town might, well, okay, I feel like it's a little disrespectful to have Orange Town below Romance Dawn when Romance Dawn doesn't really like have a lot. Okay, this is how the mid tier looks. We're gonna have Reverse Mountain below Serve Village because I do think Reverse Mountain, it's not as good as Serve Village. Serve Village has too much substance. We get to marry all of that. Like Reverse Mountain, we get Laboom. That's really it. Like, unless, I mean, y'all can yell at me if I'm missing something so important that moves it up, but yeah, that's all we get. Whiskey Peak. Is Whiskey Peak? No. Whiskey Peak, you get a lot of good moments. I think Whiskey Peak is the new top of mid tier. Whiskey Peak is the new top of mid tier. I said it. Look. Look. This is why I started the video by saying just because it's mid don't mean it's bad. Because look, there's a lot in mid, but I promise you we're gonna get a lot of greats and peaks going. These are the earlier arcs, bro. Like these are the earlier arcs. Y'all gotta understand. It looks crazy, but y'all gotta understand these are the earlier arcs. They're not as good as like, come on. There's like maybe the two that are at the top are literally the two that are great at this point in the story. Niggas can look at me with a shrug face. Niggas can look at me with a crazy face, but like, I don't care, okay? But look, Whiskey Peak, top of mid tier. Whiskey Peak, there are some, the reason it's not great is because there is a dumbass scene between Zoro and Luffy that is stupid and it does not fit their character at all up until this point. Where they fight each other, it made no sense whatsoever. Even watching, I was like, what are they doing? And why does Luffy not believe Zoro? Like, it just didn't make any sense. It felt like an excuse for them to fight. It just felt like, Oda, I just want these two characters that are strong and popular just fight each other, bro, right now. Just box it out. Just duke. Like, I was like, what? Just fight, bro. Just fight. Like, what, bro? Yeah, that was crazy. Obviously, we get the Zoro versus all of the Baroque work agents. Fire. That was gas. Gas, if you're a Zoro stan, you probably was nutting to that. You probably was, you probably jerking it. Just like, I understand. I was too. I understand. But yeah, like other than that, we get Vivi. We get like Vivi obviously was introduced in Reverse Mountain, which she was under a different alias, but now she's actually Vivi, and we kind of get her story, and now we kind of like start the like Alabasta shit. But yeah, I'm Whiskey Peak, top of mid tier for me. Little Garden is gonna be great. Little Garden is great, bro. It's at the bottom right now of great. It's not as good as, it's not better than I think Arlong's gonna be at the top of great for a while, for a little bit, maybe until the next. Actually, maybe no. Look, Little Garden is fantastic, and it's even better now that we are in Elbaf. It's even better. It's even better now that we are in Elbaf currently, and these two characters are so important to the story now. Dory, cause like my boys, bro, my boys. Little Garden is fire. There's so many good moments in it, bro. We finally start seeing like Sanji and Zoro's like rivalry going on, but like them trying to find the bigger dinosaur, like who's gonna beat the bigger dinosaur and shit. And then we get like some good moments between we get Mr. 3 in this arc. Mr. 3, where the Mr. 3 fans at? Yay! We get Mr. 3, bro. We get the Sanji moment. The Sanji Mr. Prince like kind of starts his like disappearing act and reappearing when it's like in coming in clutch. This is the arc that starts that. This is the arc where he does it for the first time. He disappears and then he like just comes or whatever. We get like some funny moments. This is probably the funniest at this point, to this point. Funniest like kind of arc when it was like on the wax and Zoro's like, you should do a pose. Like he's telling Nami, I told you should have did a pose or whatever, as they're getting like waxed up and shit. There's like a lot of funny moments. There's a lot of funny stuff in this shit. There's some really funny character mode. Zoro about to cut off his leg or whatever. He literally got like halfway or some shit. That shit was crazy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, is this Luffy's first this could be headcanon. I don't care though. Is this Luffy's first observation hockey feat? Because remember when he was fighting Mr. 3 in the forest and Mr. 3 did the illusion thing and Luffy just like hit the right one, like off rip. And Mr. 3's like, how did you guess that? And he's just like, oh, it was just instinct or some shit. And like, he was just kind of like, I don't know, like I just did it. Like, I thought that was observation a little bit. I mean, this could be headcanon. It could be headcanon. But I thought that was observation, bro. I don't know. People might be trying to talk to me right now while I'm recording a video, but I don't know. But alright, but yeah. Lil Garden, great, bro. Great arc. A lot of good shit. Drum Island, bro. You don't understand how hard it is for me to not put Drum Island in peak. Yet, like, y'all don't understand how hard I'm battling with myself, because none of y'all is gonna stop me, obviously. But can't be my ass. But it's really hard for me to not put this in peak. Drum Island is so good. It's so good, dog. I really feel like people downplay how good Drum Island is. There's so much in Drum Island that is so fucking peak. I love all of the Dr. Herluke shit with like, when does a man die and shit, and like when he's forgotten and when he blows himself up and shit. And you got the shit with the bison dude with like Chopper runs and he's ready to fight everybody. He's like, no, just run. It's okay, just come. It's like, oh my god! Bro, the Chopper backstory, sad as fuck. Him going to get the mushroom for him. All of the Doctorine shit, dog. The Nami stuff. The Luffy going up the mountain for Nami and him just like doing all of that for Nami just like cause she's like sick and she's bro. Even just like the little small moments with Luffy and the little bear and like just showing Luffy's character. Like Luffy Oda just loves showing Luffy, like just showing how good of a character Luffy is at any point in time. Cause like with the bear shit, the bear got like trampled by the avalanche and the little bear rabbit thing is like crying and shit. And Luffy just picks him up out of the fucking thing. Like after they were just attacking them and trying to kill them, Luffy still does that for the little rabbit bear. Cause Luffy's just a good nigga. Like he's just a good nigga. Like, and it's like, and then they obviously come and help him later on with Wapol. The only thing, now that I've mentioned that nigga's name, the only thing that drags this arc down is the villain, dog. That's it. If Wapol didn't exist, dog, Drum Island, and I'm not exaggerating, Drum Island would be one of the greatest early arcs in One Piece. One of the greatest early arcs in One Piece. Easily. Drum Island would be greater than Baratie for me. Would be greater than Arlong Park for me. It would be a perfect arc. If they had a better villain, if they had a better antagonist, someone. I don't know. It could have been an arc that didn't need an antagonist. Maybe. Maybe it could have just been a character arc. Maybe it could have just been like just like fuck a villain, just have character moments and just like have a little revelation at the end and then Chopper joins. But you have the scene where Chopper's like lying, he really wants to join them but he's like, no, I think I'm gonna stay, blah, blah. And Luffy's just like, shut up, come on. And it's like, that was fire. And then the end with the cherry blossoms blossoming, oh my god, nigga, do you understand how important that was? For Chopper, that was Dr. Herluke's fucking dream to make cherry blossoms blossom in the Snow Island. And Dr. Reen had the little thing that he gave to her after he went and killed off himself. And she does it for Chopper as a farewell. And you get Chopper fucking crying, bawling, dog. Like, just bawling. That was the greatest send-off in One Piece. I don't care. Nigga, what? Stop sleeping on Drum Island, dog. Drum Island was fire. And we get Ace. We get Ace at the end. We see Ace for the first time in that all black fit where he never wears again for whatever reason. Had that shit on and said, you know what? I'm not gonna kill him no more. Like, okay. Alright, Ace. You get Ace. mention. You get Blackbeard mentioned because I think he was there before they showed up or something like that. Because Ace was looking for him or something. I think it was mention of Blackbeard in some kind of way. Bro, it's fire. It's just, it's fire. It's dog. I want to put. You don't understand. I cannot overlook Wapol because Wapol did an atrocity to this arc. Wapol dragged this arc down unbelievably. It honestly doesn't make any sense. Like, I swear to God, it is literally a difference of Wapol of why this isn't in peak. That's it. He is that bad. He is that bad, dog. He's that bad. Like, I don't like him. He's ugly as fuck, one. Like, and then he's annoying. He's not strong. He just served the purpose of being like the nigga that was causing these issues to the town, like to the country. Like, he just served a narrative purpose and was antagonizing these niggas, but he was not menacing whatsoever, like at all. He was goofy as hell. It was always played off as a joke. Like, everything was played off as a joke with him. So it's like, he really did a number on this arc. I swear if he didn't exist, this would be peak. And this would be one of my favorite arcs of all time. Like, Drum Island would be my one of my favorite arcs of all time. Top 5. And I'm not playing. Top 5, dog. It's that good. It's that good. It's that good. And I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read Drum Island, dog. Oh my God. And I don't think it drags that much. That's another thing that kind of drags things down. I don't think Drum Island drags that much. There could be a case of like little dragging when it comes to Luffy and Sanji climbing up the mountain, but that's about it. I think it's pretty consistent all the way through, and it's pretty short too. You can run through, especially in anime, you can run through this in like a sitting, bro. And like it's always Wapol, bro. It's Wapol, because even like the fighting that was happening, like with the Wapol shit, and they're running, it was such a gag. Like, they were running through the building and shit, and they're like running through doors, and like Wapol's like, it was very, yeah, he was unserious as fuck, dog. It was so bad. Alabasta is peak. I don't think I really need to say much about Alabasta. I think most people will agree. It's probably I know I said Arlong Park is kind of like where you get introduced to the formula. That's where you get introduced. Alabasta is like that is the One Piece formula. That is like what to expect with most big arcs going forward. And that's what introduced you to Oda's like writing of One Piece and like what's gonna happen. They show up to a country, you get the fights that happen, everybody kind of gets their one-on-one. Luffy loses a couple times and he, conquers over Crocodile. You have this underlying like sad, tragic backstory about the country going on. You have whatever main female tragic person is, which was Vivi in this case. It's kind of where you got like, kind of formula of the arcs. But yeah, Alabasta's peak, bro. It is peak. Only thing I'd say about it could be boring at times, but I feel like the peakness overweighs that. I feel like the peaks are so high that like you kind of forget about some of the boring stuff, like the like I don't know what them dudes were called, whoever the hell was there. Them dudes, we don't care, dog. Put the fries in the bag. We don't care. But they were there. We do care. I'm just playing. But look, like it's like that kind of gets like when people talk about Alabasta, they don't talk about that. We talk about Zoro cutting a rock, learning how to cut diamond or whatever, or cut steel or whatever the fuck he was. We talk about Nami's fight, because Nami's fight was good. Nami versus Double Finger. That's like her first like real like I felt like real fight, really. And she like utilizes what she can do. Like she shows us what she can do, even though she's not as strong as everybody else. She uses her tools or whatever, and we see that flashback with Usopp like making a tool for her and shit. Like her weapon that will like be her weapon for the foreseeable future. Now we see that. Obviously they enhanced it a little bit, but yeah, we see that for the first time. Usopp shit. Usopp and Chopper. Don't sleep on that. That was good too. That fight was nice. Usopp the clan, like they were talking shit, I think, about Luffy or some shit. Usopp saying no, he is the man. Like he was like, when somebody talks about somebody's friend, that's when I like, nah, that shit was hard. Like seeing Usopp do that, like, nah, you not gonna shit talk my friend like that. No. He stood up and he came in clutch. Both of them niggas came in clutch. And then we got Sanji's fight. Sanji shit was cool. It was cool. Bon Clay is introduced. The GOAT. He's introduced this arc, obviously. You got there's a lot of good shit. The Vivi shit. Now the peak moments in Alabasta were fire. Bro, I still remember to this day, I was on Snapchat. Nobody gave a fuck, but I was posting videos of me watching Alabasta on my story. It was crazy. This was back when I had Snapchat. I don't got this shit no more, but like, it was crazy. I remember my two favorite scenes from this arc. One is Luffy defeating Crocodile. Like that. The music in anime, they do such a good job with the music and just like that moment where the music starts and Luffy does the little twist, wind up to like jump up to where Crocodile is, and I think he does a Gatling or something. I think he does a Gatling and like sends Crocodile flying through the fucking concrete into the sky where everybody can fucking see. That shit was fire. And like the way that Luffy was using his blood to like be able to hit Crocodile, like with the water in it, fire. And in my all-time favorite scene from Alabasta, well, no, two scenes. Wait, there's three because obviously I'm forgetting the end. But the second one is when the rain finally falls, and everybody's like in the courtyard, and like, no, there's so many good scenes. Wait a minute, remember when Vivi was trying to tell everybody stop fighting, please stop fighting, and everybody's like fighting and no one can hear her because it's just oh my god, that was gas. Like that was gas. A lot of like the little plot, the politics that were going on, a lot of like all of that shit, that was masterfully done by Oda, like masterfully done. And then obviously we got the end where the farewell. I know it said Drum Island is the best farewell in One Piece. You know, this is top 2, if not 1. Obviously, the Vivi farewell, it's like in everybody's top fucking it's like in everybody's shit, bro. That shit was beautifully done. Masterful, bro. That's why it's in peak. I still got it below Baratie, though. It's below Baratie. I'm sorry. Argue with your mama, bro. It's below Baratie. I'm sorry. Baratie, look, I'm biased. Alright. Jaya. Jaya is good, bro. First off, it's not mid. These next couple are not gonna be mid. But is it great or look, I love Jaya, dog. Jaya's right below is in great, right below Drum Island for me. Jaya, and it's above Arlong Park. You know, somebody's gonna be mad. But Jaya does a lot of things good. I think Jaya has like okay, wait. It's below Arlong Park. Let me not get too crazy. All right? Let me not get too crazy. Jaya is below Arlong Park and Drum Island. All right, but above Little Garden. Jaya is really good though. It is really good, but it's obviously really short, and it's not like a big grand arc, so it can't be above like Arlong and Drum Island. But Jaya's good, man. Jaya has some good ass moments in it. The Bellamy moment was fire. The oh my god, there's so many good moments in it. With the bar scene where Nami, Usopp, and Zoro walk in there. Bellamy slams fucking Luffy's head through the fucking thing, and Zoro's ready to fucking cut that nigga's head off. But like, I keep trying to call that nigga Usopp. Luffy's just like, Zoro, don't do nothing. Like, just don't fight, don't hit, don't do nothing, no matter what. And like him showing like him being like a parallel to like what Shanks did in the past. Fire, showing like just true growth with like Luffy there, bro. Like it was great. And like just seeing him, that maturity from when he was a kid, and he was like, he didn't understand why Shanks did that, and like now he understands, and him to like implement that and do that in this moment. And the greatest villain introduction of all time in any anime, I don't give a fuck, especially knowing what this nigga does in the future. I don't give a fuck. Blackbeard being introduced here, fire. It was gas, peak. It ate, bro. And just seeing the parallels between this video's gonna be like 10 hours long. I don't know why I thought this video was gonna be short. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be short, nigga. Nigga, I don't know why I thought this shit was gonna be short, dog. I still got hella arcs to go, and I'm talking crazy about Giant. No, but look, bro, oh my god, seeing the parallels between Luffy, and I always say this with like Luffy and Blackbeard, them being like the same but not the same at the same time, if that makes sense. They are exactly the same because it shows Luffy agrees with what he's saying. Like when he's like a man's dream, or a man's dream never dies or some shit, Luffy agrees with that. But they both go about it a way different way. But they are so alike. Like they're so, and I love that Oda does that. That parallel between like Luffy and Blackbeard, they're literally like the total opposites of each other, but they're exactly the same at the same time. And I love this introduction here. We see his crew. We're like, okay, these dudes looking, okay, who are these dudes? We find out, oh shit, these are the Blackbeard. Probably this is what Ace has been looking for. This is a nigga. This is him. That was fire. And I know I didn't talk about Ace's introduction in Alabasta. That was cool. With Ace and the Ace and Smoker shit, where he's like, you're smoke, but I'm fire. That was crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. Jai is fire. Oh yeah, and we get the dreams never die or dreams never end shit, and then we also get the Bellamy shit, where Luffy goes back. He like confronts Bellamy, and he just completely just demolishes that nigga. Just completely, just what everybody's been waiting for. We were waiting for that nigga to get his shit rocked. We was just like, yeah, Luffy, you are stronger than this nigga, bro. Just rock him, bro. But he rocks him finally, and we get my favorite. That's probably my favorite, probably more than the fucking Blackbeard shit. When they're like, Straw Hat, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And then Luffy just turns around and looks at like he does the little fish shit. And they're like, oh, they're scared because they think that he's gonna hit him. And he just turns and he's like, the sky, nigga, like the sky. That's where I'm going, nigga. It's like, stop fucking talking, stop playing with that nigga Luffy, dog. He said, the sky, nigga, yeah. Nah, that shit was fire. And then we got Skypiea. You know, look, man. Skypiea, bro. The most either hated on or most loved arc, the most like controversial arc in the entire series, bro. Skypiea. I think Skypiea is really good. Where do I put it? I don't think do I believe that? Let me think. Is Skypiea peak? No. Skypiea is not peak. Now, the issue is, where do I put it in great? Because it's either right below Drum Island or above it. And I'm trying to decide where I would put it in one of those. I don't know. Because there's some things in Sky P I fucking love, dog. Like, NL is cool. He's cool as fuck. Like, he's damn near, like, untouchable. The reveal of the rubber thing, like, obviously, if you were just, like, you know, just thinking about that immediately, you just automatically knew that that was going to be the case. But I did not know until it was revealed. I was like, that makes sense. Like, that was cool. These really funny moments in Sky P. Hella funny moment. Funny as fuck moments. I think in this we get the where they're like swinging on the vine or some shit. Like Zoro does that. That was funny as fuck. The chopper whistle shit where they're like, oh, only whistle this, blah blah blah. And then like the nigga shows up and he just turns around, he's like, that was fire. That was funny as fuck. There's some really funny ass scenes in here. The Luffy shit, the Luffy and NL, funniest. Sky P is underrated in being funny, bro. Cause there's some funny ass shit in there. The face that NL makes when he realizes that he can't hurt that nigga. Fire. The Luffy going dumb and just like turning his brain off and dodging NL. That was funny as fuck. The Usopp moment where he like in slow motion flips and then just fucking smacks his head into the fucking thing. That was funny. But there's also some peak moments in this. The moment where everybody's like, they're like fighting or whatever, and NL shows up and he's like, all right, it's just y'all four left. Like, who's gonna be the last one standing? And they all just turn and point at him, and he's like, it's gonna be you, bro. Like, when they all just decide that, like, okay, look, you are our enemy. That was good. Sanji moment, obviously. The I needed a light. That was fire. Gas Sanji moment. Yeah, there's a lot of people. And then, obviously, my favorite moment in entire shit is Luffy was so gangster for like when he was fighting NL and he was trying to, and when he had the gold ball and he's like, I will ring you. That shit was fire. He punched that nigga NL through the bell and rung that shit while punching that nigga. That was crazy. And then at the end, or like when he's like yelling like reach them, oh my god, that shit was crazy, that shit was fire. And then the shit at the end where he's falling in the silhouette of him in the sky with that, that shit is gas. That shit was gas. The Nolan flashback was fire, and that's what the Nolan flashback helps that scene so much. Like, just like, I ain't gonna lie. When I first watched it, I did a little bit of skimming through that Nolan flashback. But look, when I rewatched it, it did make the scene hit a lot harder. And I'm sorry to the guys that I pissed off by just saying that I skimmed through that. But that scene with Luffy in the sky and the silhouette of him in the fucking sky with his hat. That shit is one of the greatest, like, that panel, that scene, everything. That shit is beautiful. And seeing them, and then them being like, oh, so what's up there? Hot Straw Hat. El Dorado. It was in the sky. And Luffy doing that for them, it just shows Luffy's character. Like, bro, I love moments like that. Just showcasing just how good of a person like Luffy is, bro. But obviously I ain't talk about everybody says is the Joy Boy like insinuation or whatever when they're dancing and shit. You see like the little silhouette, like it looks like Joy Boy or whatever. That's cool. Like, but there's a lot of stuff that kind of also implies like the Joy Boy shit with like Robin finding the poneglyph, and then like there was the message with Roger left the message. That was hard. Yeah, Skypiea. Now that I'm saying all of that, it might have to go at the top of great, bro. I thought I wasn't gonna do it. I thought there was not gonna be anything that is better in the great category than Drum Island, but and also a lot of you dudes, like a lot of y'all do need to put more respect on Skypiea. It is not a skippable arc. I don't know why niggas say that. I don't know why niggas say skip Skypiea. Like, why are you saying that? It is a quality arc, dog. It is quality. Do not do that. Do not listen to a nigga telling you to skip Skypiea, dog. Do not listen to them. Okay, up next we got Long Ring Long Land. Fishman Island here. Okay, next arc we got what? Long Ring Long Land. Who likes Okay, look, bro. It's look. Is it funny? Yes. It is really funny. I had discussions with one of my friends about just like the character growth and the character like just development here. We get a lot of character moments in this arc. Sanji and Zoro, some good character scenes where like Zoro's just like, hey, look, just help me for this one fight. That's good. We get a lot of just like Robin character moments between her and the crew, and we start to kind of see like, oh, you know, the crew's vibing with each other. But I did skip this arc the first time I watched this. I did skip this. I ain't gonna lie. Only because somebody told me to skip it. But then as I rewatched it, is it ass? I mean, like, it's watchable. Like, it's watchable, bro. Like, obviously, if we're just discounting the end of the arc, because the end of the arc, obviously gas, obviously amazing, obviously incredible. I have a lot to say about that. But everything else, bro, look, Fishman Island here does not mean that it's bad. I don't think it means it's bad, because okay, look, I don't think any One Piece arc is entirely bad. Fishman Island tier just means it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close. And I think Long Ring Long Land, yeah, bro, put the fries in the bag. But look, the only redeemable thing about this arc is Aokiji at the end, bro. Aokiji at the end, it was good, bro. Like we get another demonstration of power and just how far away the Straw Hats are, like when it comes to the grand scheme of things. Like we see a Navy admiral in action, and it's so much clear that just like he could really wipe the floor with them if he really wanted to. Like there was nothing that they could do against him. There was nothing that they could do like with him, bro. He was on a different level. And this arc really is important for the following arc. It really is. It's really important because it sets up so much, and just like Robin's questioning of like, just okay, this is the government we're up against. We just saw how Aokiji just completely destroyed us. Like, it might just be impossible to go against like the government, and that just sets that up, I feel like. Because even after all of that happens, everybody's asleep after their whole altercation where they're heading to Water 7, and Robin's just like laying down, and she's just like with her eyes open. Everybody's asleep, and she's like, damn, like that just happened. Like, fuck. You know, it kind of just brought her past back up, and she's like, fuck. So I do think it's important in that sense, but yeah, bro, put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Is there much to be said? I think, okay. Let me just go ahead and because I don't want y'all to like think, I don't want y'all to like guess where I'm gonna put this. Let me just go ahead. Water 7. And in this lobby. Let me just go ahead and put them in peak, alright? There's like, what do you want me? Okay, I need to reorganize this. Water 7. Okay, look, I'll put both of them. Okay, in this lobby at the top of peak, Water 7 in front of Baratier, right behind it. All right. Look, man, let's talk like Water 7, right? What that did for the cat, like what Oda did, like with Water 7, is actually some of the most masterful beautiful things I've ever seen any artist do with his material ever. Like, to go from where we like just like seeing the crew in the way it was, like everything was at an all-time high, like things were looking good. I mean, obviously after Long Ring Long Land, like that was like a crazy, you know, whatever, but like the crew morale is like good, like we chilling, we family, we cool, you know what I'm saying? And for like, first off, the Usopp and Luffy debates of like, oh, who was wrong, who was right, you know, like I feel like I at first, because I didn't like Usopp, I had hatred in my heart for Usopp. At first when I was watching, I was like, man, Usopp tripping, dog. But upon experiencing it a little more and seeing, like, you know, there was no right or wrong. Both of them were wrong and both of them were right, if that makes sense. Like, there was no like, oh, I'm on this side, I'm on this side. There's so many character moments between that little fight scene, bro, is crazy. Like, obviously the Luffy and Usopp shit, crazy. And Usopp with like saying like, oh, you're just gonna get rid of me like the ship, and like people don't understand. People still to this day don't understand why Usopp, when it literally was like written for you, like it was shown to you. Usopp said it, and Oda wrote it. Like, it was clear as day why Usopp felt the way he does. I feel like people just dragging and like grasping for shit. But like, bro, if you just read the story, he literally says, you're gonna get rid of the ship and you're gonna get rid of me. Like, you're gonna get rid of me like you getting rid of the ship. Like, he felt like Usopp in that moment, he been feeling like he was weaker than everybody else. He felt like he didn't have no purpose on the crew. He felt like he just was useless. He was disposable. He felt like he was disposable. And that was like just the breaking point for him. Like, and Luffy obviously went about it, I felt like, in a weird way, because Usopp literally just got his ass beat trying to get his money back. He was not there for the conversation that y'all had with the shipwrights, saying that the ship was unfixable. All he knows is he just got his ass beat, and he came back, and you just straight up just told him, oh yeah, the ship, yeah, we just gonna get a new one. Like, he had no information, like nothing, like prior to that. Like, bro, Luffy could have said it a little differently. Like, he could have. Luffy have went about it a different way? Yes. Could Usopp have went about his shit a different way? Yes. Like, that's why I said there was no right, there's no wrong. They were both right and they were both wrong. And I think, because at the end of the day, Luffy is the captain of the ship. He does get to make those decisions. But could he have went about a different way, like as Usopp's friend? Yeah. Now, yeah, there's so many good ass moments, bro. The Usopp Luffy fight was so good. Like, Usopp showing again like how he can do things, and that was important for Usopp, because obviously you get that scene where Luffy's like, you knew damn well you couldn't defeat me. Like, obviously Usopp knew that. Usopp knew when he challenged Luffy he was not gonna win, but he just wanted to show something. He just wanted to show him like, he just wanted to prove something to himself, really, like that I can be useful. This is what I can do. It was almost like a showcase to Luffy, like do you see me, like type shit, like notice me, like look what I'm doing. I can fight you, I can bring something of substance. And I think that was really more important to Usopp than it was to like Luffy. Luffy was just like, I accept it just cause, you know. But yeah, that fight scene was so fire. And then you got the Zoro scene with him just like looking at Luffy and just like, oh, if you waver, then like who will we look to? And like Luffy's just bawling, he's crying, everybody's fucking crying. It's just like, it's tough, bro. For Oda to hit us with that at the beginning of the fucking arc, and it's just like everything is falling apart because Robin just left, she disappeared. Usopp's doing this bullshit, like we got all of this going on with this infighting. It feels like for the Straw Hats, everything is falling apart, bro. And that just lends to like the scenes later on in the arc where just like where I feel like Luffy and Zoro and all of them, they were not giving their all when they first encountered Lucci and them. Like, I feel like the fight wasn't in them really. This is my headcanon. I feel like the fight wasn't in them really because of all the shit that's going on. And I felt like they kind of were given, like they kind of were broken at that point. And the reason I feel that way is because after Robin tells Nami essentially like that she's not just doing this because like whatever, like she just feels like it's hopeless. Nami knowing that, rushing to tell Zoro and Luffy like, hey, like we can still save Nami. I mean, not Nami. We can still save Robin. That was enough. Like that, they needed to hear that. It was like, oh, okay, it's not hopeless. And then they got their strength back. Like Luffy pushed the buildings away, Zoro got unstuck or whatever, and then they rush off to go. Like Water 7, the emotions, the complete switch up, because like all of the arcs have been sort of formulaic up until this point. Not to mean that's a bad thing, but like they've been formulaic. To get to an arc like this, and for something like this to happen, nobody was expecting some shit like this to happen. Nobody was expecting some shit like this to happen. This was like the biggest switch up in One Piece. Like it was like crazy, dog. But yeah, there's so many, I mean, quality ass scenes from like, I think the Frankie and Usopp discussion that they had was so needed for Usopp. And then we see that Usopp's like, yeah, I know the ship is like done, bro. I know. It wasn't about that. And that was another chance for you niggas, you clowns, to realize Usopp's real intentions. That was another dialogue where y'all should have known, okay. But y'all still choose to just like ignore that and just think Usopp was just tripping on some bullshit off of mushrooms. But like, yeah, that scene with Frankie, like him talking to him and then them revealing like the spirit of the ship and kind of setting up like that whole scene with them getting saved or whatever, that was fire. Just gas moments all around. The when they go onto the ship on Rocket or whatever, I think that's the name of the ship. I mean the train, Rocket train or whatever. And like, oh, the Sanji's scene where he just like hops on the ship, that shit was fire. But like when they call Sanji and he's and Luffy's just like, yeah, give him hell, Sanji. And Sanji's like, even if you would have told me not to, I was still gonna do it. Like that was peak. I was on go. Him causing hell on the train. There's some funny moments where Sanji is like just walking down the aisle with all the dudes in like the chair, and he's just walking casually. And then one dude stands up, he's like, "What are y'all doing? This is up." He's like, everybody's like, "Oh!" Sanji's like kicking all the niggas. That was funny. That was funny as fuck. I love the scene where the train is coming up on the other train and it's like in the way, and Luffy just like tells Zoro, "Hey Zoro, cut it. Like just cut it, it's in the way." And Zoro's just like, no hesitation, just fucking. So I think he does lying. I don't know. Does he do soon? I don't know. But he cuts the fuck. No, it was Rashum. Yeah, and he cuts the fuck out of that shit. Clean in half, and they go cruising right through that bitch. That was fire. Yeah, Water 7 is peak, bro. I don't think anybody would argue with that. I don't think anybody would argue with you for putting Water 7 in peak. I think both of these arcs are like damn near equally peak, bro. If not, it's like Enies Lobby edges it out just a little bit. Sometimes I put Water 7 over Enies Lobby just a little bit, but the only reason I got Enies Lobby above it is because Enies Lobby, man, it's just good. Like, there's a lot of good, like just a lot of peakness. I mean, I guess if we count the rival at Enies Lobby, it's Enies Lobby and not Water 7, whatever. A lot of people just put these together because they're just like, whatever. Just put them together. Because it's easier to just put them together because they flow right into each other just like seamlessly. Like, I feel like the rival is really nice. We get the giant shit, the giant interaction with like them being tricked to like work for the Navy or whatever because they felt like what's the name was or were locked up or something. But like like they tell them that Dory and Broggy's been fighting like on the island for like whatever, and they're like, what? And then they start helping them. A lot of funny scenes. I love them. I forgot her name, Kokoro or whatever her name is, the little child, and then the frog granny. I love them. There's some good there's some good characters that are introduced. Like this is a time where Oda really introduces like some really solid characters that are lovable. Like they're really lovable. Yeah, Frog Granny's amazing. Little girl's cute as fuck, and she was funny with the little cat thing or whatever, cat rabbit thing that she had. Like, they were funny, they were laughs. The Frankie family was funny as fuck. The leftover shipwright dudes, they're funny. They had some good moments. Like, but in Ennis Lobby, we really see the crew, like, just showcasing how far the lengths that the crew is willing to go to save someone, like to rescue Robin. Like, that was just so important. Like, that was just so wonderful. Like, just showing that their family was so strong, and just like the little moments that they've had together. Whoa, we're so strong. We're strong enough to the point where they will literally go against the government just to get Robin back. Like, just to like that scene where they're just like, where what's his name spanned him, fuck ass nigga, where he's like just like pointing at the flag, and he's just like, you know what that flag is? That's the world government. This is the most powerful force in the world, or whatever. And Luffy just turns to Soga King. Luffy just turns to Soga King. He's like, Soga King, shoot that flag down, bro. Like, just shoot that shit down. And no hesitation. No hesitation from Usopp. The most scaredy cat ass nigga in the series. The most scariest nigga ever. The most like, no hesitation. Usopp's just like, got it, Roger. Like, done. Like, it's done, bro. It's done, dog. Like, and just shoots that shit down like, we don't give a fuck. And immediately after that, Robin! What? I didn't hear you say it. Oh, say you want to live, Robin. It's just, oh my god. And then we get perfect timing for the flashback, Robin's flashback. Her saying like, damn, is it okay for me to do it? Is it okay for me to finally want to live? And then we get that flashback and we see her whole story. It was like, oh my god, this shit's tragic as fuck. And we jump right back to that. It's just like, oh my god, I want to live. Take me with ya. And it's like, that emotional ass scene still gives me goosebumps to this day. Emotional ass scene. With all the Straw Hats all squatted up, like, just like, that's what we wanted to hear. And just like the smile on Luffy's face, like, alright, let's go. Like, come on. Come the fuck on. Come on, dog. Stop playing. And then we haven't even gotten to like some of my favorite. That's the first peak moment in the arc. Then you get to the fighting. The Chopper moment is nice. What the Rumble Ball means to him after seeing his backstory with like him being called a monster and all of that. And then we get the monster point. That was just peak. Peak. The fact that he's not scared to let himself go and like use that ability. Like, and I felt like one of my friends said that felt like Frankie was like the perfect person to have it during that scene. Somebody who's completely not like one of the Straw Hats, and for him to just be like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess, you know. And like it wasn't like in that scene he wasn't like, oh, you're just like, what the fuck? It was just kind of just like, oh shit, Chopper. Like, I felt like that was important for Frankie to be there. I felt like that scene just means so much to Chopper, and it means so much to his character. And we'll get to how they ruin the fuck out of Chopper. We'll get to that in the future. But yeah, Chopper in the pre-time skip Chopper, a fantastic character. An actual character, not a fucking mascot. An actual character, okay? But yeah, we get to Zoro, Ashura. Like, a lot of the crew just kind of showcases so many different like power-ups and shit. We get the Diablo Jumbo from fucking Sanji. We get like Zoro's Ashura shit with the 3 heads and shit. Cuts the fuck out of Kaku. There are some moments in there where I'm like, like with the Usopp thing where he's tied up with Zoro. I mean Soga King, I'm sorry, not Usopp. Soga King's tied up with Zoro. I'm like, this is kind of like, whatever. I like the moment where Sanji's like getting ready, Khalifa or whatever. I think that's her name, Khalifa. He's like, you know, he's obviously in a pickle because he can't hit a woman. And then Nami shows up and she gets her moment and she gets her fight with her. I like that. I love Nami getting fights. We love Nami appreciation here. Nami fights, we love them. Then we get to the main event. Obviously, there's some really cool moments before that. Soga King snipes the key or whatever, comes in clutch. We free Robin. Cool. Everybody's fighting the Navy. Cool. Everything's cool. Zoro's sword broken, which is gonna be important coming into Thriller Bark. But then yeah, we get Lucci versus Luffy, and I remember before I ever watched One Piece, I remember seeing a scene from this, like seeing like a scene from like Luffy and just like Lucci boxing. And I remember being like, this shit goofy as hell, like what is this? Like I just remember being like, what is this shit? Like I just remember seeing the video and I was like, this shit goofy. I would never watch this shit ever in my life, and look how that turned out. But look. Yeah, it's just peak, bro. His peak is absolutely peak, bro. Like there's so many ways to describe how peak this is. Like it's peak from a character standpoint because we get the Usopp moment with Luffy. When Luffy's on the ground, and I think at that point Luffy is like, I think Luffy's really done at that point when he's on the ground. And I think it's like he's really like, damn, like I really can't defeat this nigga. And seeing Usopp there and him yelling at him to get up, I really think that did a lot for Luffy. Like that, like Luffy needed that. Like Luffy needed to see Usopp in that moment. Like that gave him so much to like get back up and keep fighting. Fucking bro, but so many good, bro. Luffy, bro. Luffy saying like, I will not fall again. Telling him that, and then literally him getting caught off guard or whatever by the tail, and him hitting a point blank fucking six king gun pistol, right in his chest, and Luffy's just like, ah. And he's literally like stumbling, and he's about to fall. And he catches himself. He's like, ah! That shit was crazy. Cause he told that nigga, I will not fall again. And he did it. And that nigga Lucci's just walking away. And that nigga just, and then the pan from like, for Lucci's like face centered to like, that nigga Luffy just standing behind him, just like, and that nigga's like, huh? How are you still up, nigga? And he cocks that shit back. Go, got the Liga! He just, he wails on that nigga. Oh my, that whole scene, goosebumps. I still go back and rewatch that shit to this day all the time. Every time it pops up on my timeline, I watch it. I gotta watch it. Like, that's just gas. That's just gas. That gum Gatling is goosebumps all around. Cause like, oh my god, even the end, like, bro, the climax is so good. It's so good. Him finally defeat, what that meant for just like everything that's just transpired was crazy. It meant not only for Robin, but it meant a lot for just like the Usopp shit that they went through. It was just like a culmination of just so much shit. And I felt like he put all his pain and frustration and everything into that Gatling, bro. It was just crazy. That was everything he had. Everything. And like just that, like Lucci being down, and you got the announcement from the Navy like, Love Lucci's been defeated! Oh, that shit was crazy. And then the music plays, it was peak. It was peak. Then we got Luffy shit, you know, he's on the ground. And then we have the Mary stuff, bro. This like, bro, Enies Lobby's just peak, bro. It's like, then to wrap off, like for Oda to wrap up the arc with the Mary shit, to like kind of just like, you started the arc with Mary beef and end it with like Mary shit. and in a new ship. Like, come on, dog. Can't nobody ever tell me after watching Enies Lobby that this nigga Oda isn't a fucking genius. Nobody on planet Earth can tell me that this nigga Oda is not a fucking genius. Nobody on planet Earth could ever tell me that this series is not fucking special, is not fucking amazing, is not immaculate after watching that. Nobody could tell me. You have not seen a fucking arc. You have not seen. I don't give a fuck. You have not seen a stretch of 2 arcs is amazing as those 2 arcs in shonen, in anime history, in media. I don't care, dog. Water 7 and Enies Lobby is fucking is immaculate, masterpiece. 10 out of 10s, dog. 10 out of 10s. You can't tell, like, the way it starts, from the way the middle point to the way it ends, the way Oda wraps this shit up with the Mary and them niggas crying over a ship, and they got us crying over the ship. We're crying over a fucking ship, dog. Niggas watching us are crying, tearing up over a ship. That shit was emotional as fuck. Like, come on. Yeah, it's peak, bro. And I know I talked about it for like 20 minutes, but it's peak. Post Enies Lobby is great. It's gonna go. It's like in that same tier of like Jaya with like those short arcs. It's either above Jaya or below it. I'm gonna put it above it just for the fact that we get a lot of lore drops. We get Dragon lore drop. We get Garp lore drop. You know, him being his grandfather. Kobe and El Helmepo. I didn't do that on purpose. El Helmepo. Kobe and Helmepo glow ups this arc. Ace versus Blackbeard this arc. Bounty posters after Enies Lobby, fire. Yeah, there's a lot. We get the Aokiji moment, underrated moment. Aokiji talking to Robin for behind the wall or whatever, and like saying, "Oh, you finally found," or whatever. Peak. That was good. That was really good. Really wrapped up. It just was a perfect wrap up. I think we also get, if I'm not mistaken, we get Shanks pulling up on Whitebeard on this, right? This arc? Shanks, Whitebeard have a conversation? And like Shanks walks on the ship and he's knocking everybody out with Conqueror's Haki, and he's like, he has a conversation with Whitebeard. I think that's in post Enies Lobby, yeah. We get that too. Yeah. It's gad. I mean, it's great. I'm gonna put it at the top of the bottom of great. So above Jaya and Low Garden. Yeah, post Enies Lobby is really good. All right, we're almost there. Thriller Bark. That's another one of those arcs, bro. This is tough. I talk a lot of shit about Thriller Bark. Is it at the top of mid or is it the bottom of grade? I don't know. It's either at the top of mid or at the bottom of grade, but I don't know. Cause there's some atrocious things that happen in Thriller Bark, let me tell you. Atrocious things, alright? I think, first off, niggas be like, oh, Long Ring Long Land is funny. That's Thriller Bark is way funnier than Long Ring Long Land. Let's say that. Thriller Bark is hilarious. Thriller Bark is so much like Thriller Bark. You got the zombie scene where the zombie pops. You got Lucy cousin. He just pushes him back in the ground. It's like, all right, there you go. That's it, like, bro. There's so many, like, the fun, like the niggas turning into little niggas, like the little penguin Sanji shit. It was funny. You got like the Nami shit with the what did she call herself? She like had a boy name. And she was like, something, and she's like, I'm your best friend or some shit. That all that was funny. The Nami and her shit is funny. There's some funny ass shit in this, bro. It's funny. And then we have fucking Brooke, who's fucking crazy. It like there's a lot of funny shit going on in this arc. But there's also some atrocities. Sanji's character gets ruined this arc. Sanji was always like a chivalry, like white knight, gentleman type character. This was the turn for the worse for Sanji. This is where he became a pure gag, like just like, I am a pervert. This was the start of it. If y'all remember, there's that scene with the invisible guy, and he's like, the same nigga that literally, there was insinuation of him like trying to grope Nami while he was invisible. Literal sexual harassment with this guy. Literally, it was literally like, damn, when I saw that scene, I was like, did we really doing this? This crazy. We have that face-to-face with Sanji and him, and Sanji's mad, but not for that. Sanji's mad, and I hate that Oda did this. Sanji says, oh, I hate you for having that power, because I've always wanted that power. Like, to like, essentially like, just like spy on women, or just like be invisible around women. And it's like, and y'all can't tell me that, because like literally Sanji, ever since he was introduced, he was a ladies man. It was like, oh, I'll do anything for the ladies. Like, I like, oh, here you go, you want this? He like, hey, I'll cook you something. Oh, my lady. Like, like even in Baratie, it's like with Nami's, it's like, oh, lady, like, you know what you want, here's some what you call it for your drink and all that shit. Like, it's very, I'm a ladies man. Like, I obviously just love ladies. And this was the start of him being like, oh my god, and like nosebleeds and like fucking shooting off in the sky with nose, and like it got ridiculous. This was the start of it. It got ridiculous, and obviously it was taken to an extreme level with Fishman Island, for him to literally be out of commission because of a gag. Literally out of commission the entire arc, not seen damn near until the very end when they start fighting. He's literally lost blood because of the fucking come the fuck on, dog. Don't get me started on Fishman Island. But yeah, this was the start of Sanji being like, okay, brother, you're okay. He's diving heavy into the pervert gag, the Roshi. He's like fucking Master Roshi now. But there is some dragging this arc. There's a lot of dragging. A lot of parts where I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I don't really care. But a lot of people just be like, look, the ending is amazing. And the ending is amazing. The ending is amazing. But the rest of it's not enough, dog. It's not enough, dog. Like, it's not enough. Yes, the Kumish is amazing. Yes, Zoro, nothing happened. Amazing. The Sanji moment with Zoro, Sanji and Zoro, the Brook backstory, fantastic. One of the most tragic backstories in the series. I think it's one of the most, top 2 at least. Tragic as fuck with all them niggas passing out and they're singing a song, and like he keeps like he's trio, quartet, duo, solo as they're passing out, dying. Fantastic. And the fact that Brook had to fucking like be on this ship and sail and just live through his crew fucking dying, and he had to just continue living. He couldn't die. Like, he just couldn't die. Like, that's tragic. Crazy. But like, yeah, the ending it's not enough to save it. That's why I'm struggling to know if I should put it in grade or mid. I think I'm gonna leave it in mid for now. At the top of mid, obviously. I think it's the top of mid at the very least. The top of mid. As we put more arcs in here, I might move it up. I might. But yeah. Sabaody peak. Yeah. That's really it. That's all I really gotta say. Like, yeah. Sabo is like crazy. I'll argue with anybody. This stretch of 4 arcs up next is the greatest stretch of arcs in the history of anime. The history of anime, dog. I don't care. The history of anime, of animation, cartoons, fiction. These arcs back to back to back, impeccable. Oda was cooking, like actually cooking, dog. But Sabaody, where? Sabaody, okay. Sabaody is peak, obviously. It's in front of Baratier, behind Enies Lobby and Water 7. I think that's fair. Sabaody is fucking amazing, dog. So much, dog. I mean, like, lore, more lore. We get the celestial dragons in this. We see just how shitty they are. We see this slavery, fucking an auction house going on, crazy. Introduction to the next worst generation. We get Law, Kid, all of the worst generation pirates. Bonnie, who will be important, much important later. So much. Kizaru gets sent out there. We get them. Another interaction with an admiral. Rayleigh, Dark King fucking Rayleigh is there at the slave auction house. That was a crazy reveal. I was like, what the fuck? Why is he locked up? But like, that was a crazy reveal. We get that. So many quality moments. I was literally just talking about that moment where Rayleigh's like, yeah, I seen the One Piece, I was there, whatever. And Usopp's like, oh, so you know what a One Piece is? And he's like about to ask him, and like Luffy's like, shut up, like shut the fuck up, Usopp, I don't want to know. Like, that was fair. That was fire. Obviously the ending scene where everybody gets sent away, absolutely peak. And seeing Luffy break down like that and cry as like all his teammates, like he's assuming like all of them are just like dead. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, it's gotta be peak, nothing less. This next one, I'm not saying that because like I don't think it's good. Amazon Lily, and you niggas piss me off in the community, bro. Cause Amazon Lily is good. I don't know why you niggas think Amazon Lily is bad. Like, what is the issue with niggas? I just think niggas are just misogynistic. That's what I think it is. I just think y'all don't like women. I think that's what it is. Cause no way in hell, bro. Amazon Lily, first off, Boa Hancock is a good character, and her crew, whatever, good characters. The introduction to the Amazon women, like knowing that there's an island just all of women, that was intriguing. The Luffy interaction between Boa and Luffy, the flashback, Boa's flashback, tragic. Like, that was fire with them having the branding of the celestial dragons on their back, crazy. Luffy showing good character with him covering up the, like, after them telling them about that, and that the shirt being like undone and them not wanting everybody to see that they have that, and that being revealed, and Luffy hopping on top of her to make sure that nobody sees that. Crazy. After literally they were just trying to fucking kill him. They did hellish crazy shit up until that point to him. Not the first time. Some niggas don't understand this. This is not the first time Luffy uses Conqueror's Haki. But it was a fire time. First time he uses it is obviously against Duval's like hippo thing. Remember when Duval like had this hippo that like was about to attack Luffy, and he just like used like he intimidated the hippo, and the hippo just like kind of stood down, and he was like, what the fuck, why the hippo not attacking? That was the first time Luffy used Conqueror's Haki. A lot of you niggas don't read the series, bro. I heard there was a post, niggas was like, oh, when's the first time you use it? I heard some niggas saying, oh, using him fucking Marineford. No, nigga, that was not the first time. That wasn't even the second time. Like, what are y'all talking about? But yeah, no, Amazon, back to Amazon Lily. Amazon Lily's really good. especially like at the end as well. Like it sets up the Ace shit because we get at the end that like Ace has been captured, and that sets up Impel Down for him to go there and try to free Ace. Like, come on. Put some respect on Amazon Lily, bro. Where I'ma put it is it's in great. Damn. I got Amazon Lily above Arlon Park, below Drum Island. That's where I'll put it. Amazon Lily is really good. I think it's really good. Y'all sleep on Amazon Lily. Impel Down, bro. This is tough. This is tough. This is a really good arc. Impel Down is really good, dog. It does it drag? Yes, it does. It drags a lot, actually. But it's a really good arc. Is it? Cause like, it's not. I'ma go. We have a new top of great. Impel Down is in front of Skypiea. Yeah. We got a new top of great, bro. Yeah. Cause Impel Down, bro, you gotta understand, bro. At this point, we have like it's reached a point of like, oh shit. Because like, literally, in Sabodi, entire crew got just sent packing, whatever. We obviously know, I think at this point, where they kind of are, or like, I think we've gotten updates on them. But we literally just went to Amazon Lily. Like, we had that whole little storyline. We're like, okay, Luffy just needs to go find his crew. And then we get hit with like, oh shit, Ace is locked up. So now the objective, the motives are completely just different now. It's like Ace, like Luffy shifted his whole like game plan and everything to, okay, I need to go save my brother, bro. So like now it's like, oh shit, I need to go to Impel Down, this great prison where he held, you know, all of the niggas. We get reintroduced back to Buggy. We got Bon Clay, like so many characters that were villains in the past get different roles now. And that's fantastic. Bon Clay to go. Bon Clay is amazing in this arc. Bon Clay puts up triple digits, no assists, 30-point game, game winner, buzzer beater at the end. Crazy. Buggy, this arc gave me a new appreciation for Buggy, bro. Like, I actually liked Buggy as a character in this arc. Like, in Orange Town, it's like, this nigga's a goofball, he's ugly, whatever. In Impel Down, like, I actually started to enjoy Buggy, like, as a character. And I liked his new, like, his hair being in a ponytail. I think that was cute. Buggy's hair in a ponytail is really cute. I'm going Marine 4, top of peak, bro. And let me explain. It's too many peak. Like, Enies Lobby, you could argue, has 3 peak moments. Like, absolute undeniable peak moments. And it has a lot of other ones. Like, a lot of other good moments. Marine 4, dog? There's so many, like, peak. There's so many peak moments. Like, bro, even just Whitebeard pulling up. Where, like, they saw the ships coming in from the back. And they're like, oh shit, they're coming. And they're like, wait, where is Whitebeard? And Whitebeard just emerges from the fucking sea right in front of the nigga. Like, just emerges. And this nigga's just like, standing there just tall, just like, yeah, what's up, nigga? Like, what? Him showcasing his devil fruit with him just doing a and just like, bro, flipping the whole fucking, like, the tectonic plates and shit in the sea, and just fucking making the entire fucking Marine 4 just tilt and shit. That shit was crazy. It was the most craziest demonstration of power we've seen in the series, dog. This is the man who can destroy the world. Like, what? Whitebeard was insane, dog. Whitebeard was fucking insane. That's just one part. Then we get to, like, the fighting. You got matchups like they're going crazy. The Whitebeard Pirates are going crazy. Kizaru and like Marco are flying around and attacking each other. Then you got Mihawk. Mihawk finally does something. Mihawk slicing the mountain in the background. That was fire. Luffy getting ready to like do a fucking bazooka against Mihawk, and Mihawk's like about to do something, and Luffy does observation. He has a brief moment of observation haki, and realizes his arms are gonna get fucking cut off, so he stops the attack, and like Mihawk's like, you're smart or whatever, and he like just dodges or whatever. Fire. So many peak moments, dog. Akainu peak moments, bro, with Akainu and Whitebeard. Whitebeard completely just fucking mushing his fucking face into the ground with a gore. Like, come on, bro. Akainu being just like sent into the fucking craters of the fucking earth. That shit was hard. Fucking Luffy. They're about to slice off Ace. They're about to kill him. And like Luffy's running, he's like, stop! And he does Conqueror's Haki and knocks out all them niggas. And just seeing everybody's reaction, like, oh, like Kizaru going like, oh, this boy, another one. Another Conqueror's, bro. Oh my god. Everybody's like, that boy, he has Conqueror? Like, that shit was fire. And I kind of was like, yeah, I definitely gotta kill you now. Like, I definitely gotta make sure you don't become something great. So many peak moments, dog. Mr. 3, shout out to Mr. 3, bro. I gotta give him shout out to Mr. 3. You came in clutch, bro. Mr. 3 getting a copy of the key and freeing Ace. Y'all don't talk about it enough, but shout out to Mr. 3, dog. Clutch. MVP. Shout out to Jinbei, bro. Shout out to Jinbei, bro, cause he put in numbers too, dog. And we gonna touch on that on post-war. We're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on that in post-war. But he put in numbers, dog. He put in numbers. I'm talking numbers. All right, numbers. Okay. But yeah. Marineford peak, bro. Especially, bro, the moment when they arrived, the arrival, crazy. The arrival, crazy. Luffy with the log in the water with the 3 admirals standing in front of him, crazy. Come on, bro. And then I ain't even really touch on the Ace shit, bro. Come on, bro. Tears in my eye. Tears. I remember watching that the first time. Tears, nigga. Tears. Yeah. I feel like Marineford deserves his place in peak, bro. At the top of peak. And I don't think anything's gonna... I don't know. I don't know, dog. Wait. We'll get there. Post-war. Post-war, man. Post-war is great, bro. Post-war is great. Where in great? I think post-war is definitely better than post-Ennis Lobby, just for the simple... I'm gonna put it above post-Ennis Lobby, under Arlong Park. I think post-war deserves to be right there. Like, you got the Luffy backstory, right? That we get in post-war. And then obviously we get all of the stuff, all the kind of the catch up of everybody. We get the 3D2Y, which is fire. We get 3D2Y. We get some real peak moments, dog. We get like Luffy's backstory, fire. And then we see the Ace and Sabo shit, their connection. That was gas. And then along with that, we get as soon as the flashback ends, we get more Luffy just breakdown, bro. And that was peak. And Jinbei was there for him. We get the I have my crew moment. Come on, I have my crew. That was gas. And Jinbei's the GOAT. Bro, Jinbei's the GOAT, bro. Like niggas that talk shit about Jinbei, bro, I don't understand it. How could you talk shit about Jinbei when he was literally there for Luffy, bro, during his, like the toughest moment in his entire life. Jinbei was the only nigga there for him. Come on, bro. Stop playing with Jinbei's name. But yeah, I think post-war definitely needs to go right there. I think that's perfect for it. But I feel like, I don't know about y'all, I feel like my tier list is fire so far. I think if you disagree with this, I don't know. Return to Sabaody is really good. Really good. Return to Sabaody is good just for, there's some good moments in Return to Sabaody. We get to see the crew, like we see Luffy, like his progression. We see how strong they are. They take out the Kumas, the Kuma robots, and they kind of just show like, oh, we're not the same as we used to be. We get the moment, I think, which is a sweet ass moment between Luffy and Rayleigh, and he's like, Rayleigh, and we get the Rayleigh like crying and being like, this is peak. That meme, the this is peak meme. We get that. We get a lot of shit. We got but I think it's not anything crazy. It's not like a full, like, it's just kind of just like sweet. We just kind of see the progression of, like, we see them grow up. We just see the Straw Hats again, like, in 2 years. Like, I don't think it's like, if anything, I'd put it mid, but like right below Thriller Bark. That's what I'd do. Return, is it there though? Is it there? Wait a minute, let me think. Because Whiskey, yeah, I think we might have to we might have to move some shit around, dog. Now that I'm like looking at the stuff, now I'm looking at the list, bro. Is Whiskey Peak above these two arcs, dog? Is it? No, I don't know. It's above Reverse Mountain for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's above Reverse Mountain for sure. Below Town and Syrup Village? I'm moving Whiskey Peak, bro. I'm moving Whiskey Peak to below Syrup Village because I feel like that's a better placement for it. I do not think, yeah. There's too many. There's way better peak moments in Low Town, and even you could argue Syrup Village than in Whiskey Peak, dog. Yeah, I don't know what I was smoking, but yeah, I'm keeping Return to Sabaody here, right below Thriller Bark. Yeah, that's perfect. Fishman Island. Fishman Island, the most controversial arc in the entire series. Listen, guys. Once I get to Fishman Island, like I this is probably my most excited arc. Is that even like the right way to say that? This is probably the arc that I am most excited to read, bro. Because Fishman Island, dog, in the anime, and I did watch the remake. The remake did make it a lot better. It made it a lot better. I am still excited to read it, to see how it went in the manga. Fishman Island, dog. I know niggas are like, why are you thinking about this? You made a whole tier. But look, is it that bad? That's the whole thing. Is Fishman Island that bad? Is it? Like I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all really think Fishman Island is that bad? Cause like let's run down exactly what's going on. Cause the main reasons niggas say Fishman Island is horrible, right? We have the Sanji gag at an all-time high, right? The pervertness is at an all-time high. It's crazy. The fact that he's out of commission because of a nosebleed and all that, that's insane. Insane, crazy. Then we got the pacing. They feel like the pacing was ass. Like it felt like it dragged. It did drag. But then we got the villain, Horty Jones. I've said this, I'm on record saying this. Horty Jones is one of the worst villains to me. I think Horty Jones is worse than Walpole, which is crazy. But I think Horty Jones is awful. Dude was just operating off of drugs and racism. It was crazy. But then if you think about all the good things, right? The slavery stuff, right? The blood thing was really cool. Like the way that they did that. The way they tackled like the kind of like the classism, you can kind of say, or like kind of like discrimination against like, you know, different blood types and all of that. You have good scenes like the Jinbei scene with him transferring the blood to Luffy. That was fire. You have I think the Otami or whatever her name is, the fish princess. I think her flashback fantastic. Fisher Tiger's flashback fantastic. Freedom, fantastic. I think there's some quality moments in here. You got the Luffy knocking out all of the fish. Oh, whoa. You got Luffy knocking out all the fishmen. That was fire. You got Zoro soloing Horty Jones. Fire. That was gas from my fellow Zoro stans. That was gas. You got, I mean, like, you got what else? Oh, the Arlong. Yeah, I mean, that's a part of the Fisher Tiger flashback with Jinbei apologizing. That was good. That was good. You get the Red Hawk. We get the Red Hawk. Yes, we get the Red Hawk in this, which is gas. I already said the Conqueror's hockey feet. Yeah, I mean, there's some good quality moments in Fishman Island. I think the flashbacks are top tier. I think the flashbacks are top tier, bro. And I mean, like, if it was just condensed, I feel like it would be a decent arc. But I just feel like off of just his long ring long land better than Fish. Is this disrespectful? Somebody tell me, is this disrespectful? We're gonna leave it here. But is it disrespectful to say that long ring long land is better than Fishman Island? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. But I will put it in the Fishman Islands here, because do I think Fishman Island is better than Reverse Mountain? Maybe. But Fishman Island just pissed me off. Like, I just don't know. Look, I told y'all, when I'm done, when I read all of these arcs, when I finish my read session, I will come back to this and I will update all of this. All of this will get updated, all right? And I'll let y'all know how I feel about each arc upon reading it, all right? But I'm gonna keep it there for now, in the Fishman Island tier, bro. Punku Hazard. I notoriously hate this arc, actually. Not hate. Hate is a strong word. But brother, there's some quality stuff in Punk Hazard, but it's like, it does. The children stuff, bro, where they're just running down a hallway for like God knows how long, bro. Like, there's like 3 episodes where they're just running. Like, and it's just the chopper stuff. And it's just like, I feel like they were running for like 20 episodes, I swear. And then this arc also has another problem of the villain not being great. Like Caesar Clown, he was not intimidating. Like, it just did not work. It didn't work, bro. It didn't work. But then you have the goal of like taking down the 4 emperors in this. We get that here, which kind of sets in motion like the rest of the story, damn near all the way up to Wano. You have Law greatness in this. Law greatness. It's another quality. Kinemon and Momonosuke get introduced in here, which, you know, as we know. What else is good in this, bro? Like, what's that smell? Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I mean, it's drags. It dragged. This is like the start of like Toei dragging, dog. Like, Fishman Island is really the start of Toei just dragging, dog. And Punk Hazard drags. Like, one of my friends, so I put on the One Piece, he almost dropped the series on Punk Hazard, dog. It was too much, dog. It was too much. It almost made him drop the series, dog. He almost dropped the Fishman Island. And this is like a horrible 2 arcs to have back to back against each other. That's crazy. Going from Fishman Island to Punk Hazard is insane. Like, that's insane pacing. But yeah, where would I put this? The Law great. I mean, look, bro, you get Law cutting the mountain in half, like slicing the entire like top of the thing. That was fire, bro. You get Smoker in this. Smoker greatness. I guess he's kind of, I don't know. I think it's in Punk Hazard is in mid, but where in mid? Is Punk Hazard? It's got to be somewhere in here, dog. It's somewhere in here. I'll put it above. I feel like this is the perfect placement. I think Punk Hazard is below Thriller Bark. Punk Hazard does not have a moment like Thriller Bark has. Like, Punk Hazard doesn't have that moment at the end of the arc where, like, yes, you get Doflamingo pulling up, right? Attack a body bag, putting Smoker in a body bag. Doflamingo putting Smoker in a body bag, alright? Body, like literally about to murk this nigga. And if it wasn't for Aokiji just saying, look, chill out, bruh. Literally. Chill out, nigga. Chill out, nigga. Literally. If it wasn't for that, Smoker. Arms of America. Like, done. But that's like the hype moment. That's the hype moment at the end of the arc. That's it. Need to learn how to do a handstand. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, but I mean that's like the big that's it. Thriller Bark has nothing happens, dog. Nothing happens. Like that's come on. Yeah, so Punk Hazard below Thriller Bark, I think that's a decent placement for it in the second and mid tier. Yeah. Dressrosa. Okay. Where's he gonna put Dressrosa? Look, man. Okay, look. Let me start with the bad before I get to the good, okay? Dressrosa, as y'all know, anybody who's seen any of my last videos or seen me talk about Dressrosa at all, you know that I think Dressrosa is horribly paced. Everybody knows that. Dressrosa is horribly paced. You got pictures of dudes, you got still images of just dudes just like staring at nothing, just like for no reason. The birdcage, atrocious. The tournament where we get like we pan every time something happens at the tournament, we see that same, come on bro. Every time something happens at the tournament, we see that same robot and crowd just go ah! Same thing. You know what I'm talking about. Anybody who's watched it, you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Anybody who's watched it, bro. It's the same thing. It's the same frame every time. Just to drag it out, bro. There's so much atrocities going on in Dressrosa regarding pacing. But we cannot deny the fact that Dressrosa has incredibly high highs. Incredibly high highs, bro. Like, incredibly high highs. I mean, the tournament in of itself, the tension around that with Ace's Devil Fruit and like Luffy joining the tournament, that was gas. When I was watching, I was like, oh shit, we getting a tournament arc in One Piece? What the fuck? I was like, oh, this hard. We get that. There's so much going on in there. Like just the tension of trying to get Ace's Devil Fruit, that's all fire. Obviously we got the Tontada shit, which I have talked a lot of shit about the Tontadas and like, oh, they're just like all these characters. That's another con, but like there's a lot of characters that get introduced in this arc that I do not give a fuck about. And then I also forgot, don't let me get started on the Rebecca flashback getting shown over and 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 over again. Over and 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 over again. Don't get me started on that. But the flashback is good. It is good. The toy soldier shit is good. Like Rebecca's decent character. Decent enough. Even though I think she's a worse Vivi, which people hate on Vivi, but I don't know why. But yeah. Good stuff. The Ace Devil Fruit tournament, fire. Fujitoro's in this arc, fire. Sabo's return, fire. Frankie versus Senior Pink, fire. Zoro versus Pika, it's alright. It's cool, you know. Law putting up triple digits, no assists. Triple digits, no assists. Game 7 numbers. Running for his fucking life, dog. Like 1v fucking a million. Law was putting up numbers this arc, dog. Doing his shit, doing his thing, trying to survive. Come on. Law and Luffy, dog? That's Kobe and Shaq. What the fuck? That's Kobe and Shaq, man. That's Kobe and Shaq, dog. come on, man. Some gas. We cannot forget about the gas that happened this arc, dog. Yes, the pacing is bad. Yes, the Rebecca flashback is ass. Yes, characters we don't give a fuck about. Yes, like, yes, that's cool. But come on, Gear 4? Bound to run. Gear 4? Sabo versus Fujitaro? Senior Pink and Frankie? Game 7? Numbers? Masterclass? Sanji had a little brief moment, a little brief clash with Dofi. Little brief, just something for the quick skis. Just something for the quick skis. You know, like a little brief clash. God Usopp! Come on, man. Observation hockey feet. Come on. God Usopp? Nah, dog. Nah. Dressrosa. Peak. Let me say it again. Peak. Stop playing. Like, let's stop with this, bro. Let's stop, bro. And for the niggas that don't, and I'm speaking to a specific crowd right now. Let me tell y'all, and I won't say this again. Dressrosa is a better Alabasta. I said I wouldn't say it again, so I'm not. Y'all take that how you will. Get mad. I don't care. It is. Niggas like to compare them because they are very comparable. It's better. And where am I gonna put this in peak? It's not better than Ennis Lobby Water 7. I'm not gonna be that crazy. But it's definitely above Saba. Definitely? No, I don't know. Wait a minute. Definitely. It's above Baratier. Is it definitely above Saba? Not definitely, but I'm putting it there. Definitely above Saba is crazy, but I'm putting it there. It's a fantastic arc. Stop sleeping on. I know it has issues. I know it is peak though. It's peak, nigga. When Luffy went bound to mine, bro, and rock that shit was crazy. Stop. Come on, bro. Zoe. We're not gonna spend too much time on Zoe. It's short, very short, sweet. Has some good moments like Raizo is safe. The Sanji stuff, what's gonna happen with Sanji. I put Zoe. Zoe can kind of get a little boring. I don't know. Zoe can be a little boring. I'm gonna put Zoe above Logtown. I feel like that's fair. I feel like in mid tier, above at the very least Logtown and Syrup Village. Yeah, I think that's fair. Mid tier, it's a short, sweet arc. It's, you know, it has some good moments in there, has some bad moments in there, but it's at least above those two arcs, at least in mid tier above that. I don't think it's good enough to be above Return to Sabaody as a mini arc. I don't think it's good enough to be above Punk Hazard or Thriller Bark as like a bigger arc. I'm gonna piss somebody off here, and I just want y'all to be ready. All right. This is, call it bias, whatever. I don't care. All right. I don't care. Whole Cake Island is peak. I'm just letting y'all know first off. And y'all gonna be mad where I put this arc. Y'all gonna be mad, but I don't care. All right. I don't care. Listen. I know. Listen, are you gonna let me speak? Look, Whole Cake Island is top one. It's top one. I know people are like, but what about wedding cake? Like 10 million times every episode. What about that? What about the pacing? What about, oh, you was just talking shit about the pacing. You was just talking about, Dressrosa. You was talking about this and pacing and this. What about the pacing, the cracker fight? What about, the forest, the Willing Forest or whatever? Look, I honestly think the pacing in Whole Cake Island is not that bad. It's not as bad as you niggas make it out to be. I really don't think it is. And the pacing in Whole Cake Island, the forest is horribly paced. Yes. It takes forever for the arc to get going. But when it gets going, once we get past the cracker fight, I feel like the pacing is fine. Look, I'll fight a nigga. I don't care. Y'all can't beat my ass. Look, the pacing is fine, dog. Now think about this. Now that I've just said that, right? And yeah, in the anime, the Katakuri fight was kind of badly paced. Yeah, that was kind of not. That wasn't good pacing either. I give it that. But think about all the peak we get this arc, bro. This is one of the greatest moments in the entire series, and I'll fight anybody on that. One of the greatest moments in the entire series, dog, happens in this arc. The Sanji shit is fucking fantastic, dog. And I feel like y'all really underplay that. That is fantastic, dog. The way that the whole Sanji shit is handled is fantastic, dog. His family, his flashback, fantastic, dog. The Luffy Sanji fight, fantastic, dog. And I'm a big man, and I'm a Big Mom fan. That Big Mom is one of my favorite villains. So I think she's funny, bro. I think she's funny, and I think she's powerful. I like funny characters that are actually strong as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like goofy, like just like unserious, but also serious type shit. And Big Mom is fantastic. I love her. I love Charlotte Lynn. I love her. I love her powers. I love everything about her. And I think obviously she was like, she did get a little annoying. She was crying all the time in this arc. She obviously put on a better showcase in Wano than in her actual arc, but I still enjoyed it. And there's so many bro, not even just the Sanji moment, even him sending Cracker flying with Tank Man, I thought that was cool as fuck. Him sending him all the way to the door, crazy. That was crazy, guy. And then we go right from that damn near immediately into the fucking Sanji and Luffy scene. And then him, the moment where he's like, like, bro, that scene is crazy, bro. Sanji, I'll be here waiting, bro. I'll starve to death, nigga, until you come. Bro, what? Without you, I can't become king of the pirates, nigga. Dog. That's just, bro, that shit's crazy. That shit was crazy, dog. The Sanji wedding, the wedding scene, fire. We got some gas quality moments, bro, from Jinbei, with the Jinbei like standing up to Big Mom, like a mere emperor to see, like that. You're just a mere emperor to see. I'm joining the king of the pirates, nigga. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, what? That was gas, nigga. Sanji dodging the observation to dodge Katakuri's bean. Fire. Come on, dog. Bro, come on. And then we get to obviously after past that, when the cake falls and everybody starts running, then we get the scene with Jinbei pushing Big Mom off the ship. We get another gas moment with Luffy breaking the mirror, bro. When he gets it, he's like, I'm not running away, nigga. Stop playing with Luffy, nigga. And then we get, bro, the Katakuri Luffy fight. Numbers, bro. They did numbers, dog. It did numbers, dog. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Look, it's peak. It's my favorite, man. Look, it's my video, man. It's my video, bro. It's my favorite arc. It's my favorite arc of the series, bro. Whole Cake Island top 1. I will argue with anyone. Actually. I'll argue with anybody about it. Whole Cake Island's #1 arc, and it's the best arc, bro. I don't care. Bro. Yeah, boss. Snake man. Stop playing. Alright, we got Reverie. Reverie's really good. Reverie is really good. I'll put Reverie right here below Drum Island. Reverie's really good. We get like the Sabo stuff, more lore. It's very lore heavy. We get hella lore in Reverie, bro. Hella lore, bro. Yeah, Reverie's fantastic. I think, yeah, it's really great. I think it belongs right up in this tier right here, right in the great tier. Yeah. That's Wano. So we got the most recent two, Wano and Egghead Island. This is very. I do think Wano belongs in Peak. But where in Peak does it belong? Like, come on, like, just the facts. Gear 5 is one of the greatest reveals of all time, dog. Like, it's one of the greatest transformations of all time. I don't care what nobody says. It's fire, bro. It's gas. There's hella good shit in Wano. Like, the whole beginning with the Zoro, like that, the Zoro and Luffy little escapades. We get the prison. That's gas. The prison. I like the prison little mini arc or whatever, little mini side shit. I like the prison shit. We get the Odin flashback. Fantastic. We get the warlords disbanding or whatever, or them being done with the warlords. That was cool. Odin flashback is fantastic. Like, I know I just said that. Odin's flashback is really good. It's really good, and it's probably like one of the best. It's one of my favorite flashbacks in the series. Getting more lore on just Roger and Whitebeard and just like that journey, and then like we get the he just laughed shit, the Joy Boy stuff, like incredible. And to wrap off his ending, like incredible. What else do we get? We get Roof Piece was incredible. Leading up to the Gear 5 stuff, incredible. Zoro versus King, incredible in the anime, incredible. Sanji versus Queen, good, really good. I'm not a hater, bro. I'm not a hater. I promise. I'm not a Zoro digger. I promise. Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of fights quality. We get some good quality shit. Obviously, there's some patient issues there, just like with any of these arcs. There's some pacing stuff going on. There's some like little iffy shit, but like other than that, I think Wano belongs. It belongs in Peak. Is it? Okay, it's like right up in here. It's either above Dressrosa or it's either below Dressrosa. It's one of those. And it really depends on. I'm gonna put it. Is it in the middle of Water 7 and in this lobby? Head ass. Nah. Look. Damn. Where do I want to put this, bro? Gear 5 really turns this arc like up, bro. It's only the patient issues that drag it down just a little bit. But like, it's really in here, bro. It's in here, dog. Wano is really good. I do think I enjoyed Wano more than Dressrosa. But did I enjoy it more than Water 7 or Enies Lobby? I'm gonna put Wano right in the middle of Water 7 and Dressrosa. I just think Enies Lobby and Water 7 just are just more perfect of arcs. Like, they're just like more perfect of arcs, and they're not that long, really. Not that long. Like, if you put them together, obviously, but like, both of those arcs are not that long, and it just gets everything done, like, condensed. It does its job, and it gets out of there. Like, I just think Wano is so big, and I think that's why it's kind of like, that's kind of dragging it down, because it's so big and such a large arc, it does have those pacing issues, but it does have peaks. It does have peaks. Yeah, I'll keep it right there. Egghead. Egghead is really good. Egghead, I think the ending, look, I know I've said before, the ending was not that bad, But it was like, but it doesn't make the whole arc bad though. Like the ending, it was like, but cause Egghead had potential to be up here, dog. Like Egghead had potential to be like right here. Cause like Egghead starts off hot. You got Kizaru pulling up. You got an 8 Elder pulling up. All of the Elders pulling up. Crazy. You got lore. I mean, like not lore, like kind of lore drops, but obviously you got no. It's gotta be. Is Egghead better than Wano? Egghead is good, bro. Cause you got Law versus Blackbeard, Garp and Kuzan, the Sabo stuff with in the Elder Room. You got like all of that, the flashbacks, the Kuma flashback. You got God Valley flashback. I feel like niggas are forgetting these flashbacks. I feel like niggas are forgetting this is Egghead arc, bro. This is all a part of Egghead. It's all part of Egghead, dog. All of the Elders pull up. Gear 5 Luffy greatness. You know, you got, obviously you got Bonnie on Gear 5. The Zoro stuff with the Zoro and Lucci stuff was in. You got some other stuff that's kind of just like, okay. But like, there's a lot of just like, this is a good lore. I think, Egghead has to be in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere, but where? Is it better than Dressrosa for me? Is it better than Wano and Dressrosa? Is it better than Enies Lobby Water 7? No, I don't think. I think this top 4 is gonna remain the same. I think Egghead is just below Wano. And this is in Wano. I'm giving Wano this because of Gear 5 tax, bro. It's Gear 5 tax. That's all it is. It's Gear 5 tax, and Shanks pulling up in the end, Green Bull, and all that stuff was really good. I'm giving it Gear 5 tax. That's what I'm gonna call it. Egghead just by a hair above Dressrosa for me. And that's the list, bro. How we feeling? How we feel about the list, dog? How we feel about the list? Yeah, y'all. I mean, look. Like I said, I'm gonna go back as I read through all these arcs, and I'm gonna update this. I'll make a video of my updates and where things drop, where things go up, where things go down. All right. But yeah, that's my tier list of all of the One Piece arcs, all of them up until Egghead. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about my about my list, bro. Is it ass? Is it gas? Who knows, bro? Leave a comment, man. Let me know. Look, I will be responding to everybody. Look, if you got something to say, go ahead, say it. Like, come on, get off your chest, dog. Get off your chest, dog. Get off your chest, dog. Come on, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, look, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I had so much fun. Bro, I don't know why I thought this video was gonna be short. I'm probably edit this down like crazy. And I hope my camera stops unfocusing, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to turn that off. I don't know why it's doing that. But, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Like I said, if y'all got something to say, leave it in the comments, bro. I'll be responding. Let me know how you feel about the list. Don't forget to like the video, man, and subscribe, dog. We almost at 500. Who knows? We might be at 500 before I put this out, before I even post this shit, bro. But yeah, man, I love y'all, man. It's been your boy Joe. It's JoeBN. It's Joe. Peace out.